A lot of people think Charles Oliveira is past his prime. Ever since losing to Islam, then Arman, and most recently Ilia Topuria, people have started acting like his championship days are over. But honestly, I think they're writing him off way too early. First of all, let's look at who he's actually lost to. Islam, Arman, and Ilia. That's it. 3 of the absolute best fighters in the entire UFC. Losing to elite fighters doesn't suddenly mean you're washed. In fact, I actually think Charles is still in his prime. If you go back and watch his performances against Michael Chandler, Mateusz Gamrot, and Max Holloway, he still looks fast, dangerous, and incredibly aggressive. His pressure is still there. His striking has continued to improve, and on the ground, he's still one of the biggest submission threats we've ever seen. People also forget that Charles already owns a win over the current lightweight champion, Justin. He finished him in the very first round, and honestly, I think he'd do it again. Stylistically, I still favor Charles in that matchup because of how dangerous he is everywhere the fight goes. Now, is Charles one fight away from a title shot? Maybe not. But he's definitely not far away either. I think the UFC is likely to make the Arman rematch, and I actually like Charles's chances much more in a second fight. The first fight was incredibly competitive, and since then Charles has kept proving that he belongs with the elite. He's stayed active, he's taken the toughest fights available, and I think he's made improvements that could make the difference in a rematch. At the end of the day, people are too quick to move on from legends. Charles Oliveira isn't some aging fighter beating lower-ranked opponents. He's still fighting the absolute best in the world, and even in defeat, he's shown he can compete with anyone. So no, I don't think Charles Oliveira's title hopes are over. I think he's still one of the best lightweights on the planet, and I genuinely believe we could see him become UFC champion again. But what do you think? Am I giving Charles too much credit, or does he still have one more championship run left? Let me know in the comments.